Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. Guys, huddle up. We're gonna run 35 for a while. Let's go. All right, let's wrap it up. Feel free to hang around and take some shots. And don't forget, meet in the field at noon.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. You look at LaMarcus Aldridge and all that he's been able to do in his career. While he might not be the best power forward in the game, he's certainly top 3. What do you think, Ken?
Well, on certain nights, he's the best. You know, he does things and has a skill set that's a nightmare matchup. A lot of guys can't do that. 2010 is just a regularity for him, but the way he gets it, you know, the true power forward of the golden era when they used to shoot on the baseline, that's him, and he does that.
You know, the setting, Boston, Massachusetts, as we take a look at the lovely skyline of down. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Celtics make a quick stop here in front of their Boston fans just one game before heading back out. The big story is the return of Isaiah Thomas from being injured.
You know what, Kevin? It's quite cool for us to be here for his first game back. And I'll tell you something else. Fears they had about his injury having ill effects on the team were swept aside pretty quickly when they began to play so well without him. They really didn't suffer in his absence very much at all.
And really it says something about the character of this group. I mean, they've shown that resiliency and held their ground. Now, this should make them even stronger.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5 down low. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And that did make things relatively easy for him. You know, it's nice to get a win and not have to work too hard for it.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. According to him, their focus defensively is going to be on making things difficult inside. Ideally, they'll be in the best shape he feels if they force most of the shots against them to come from the perimeter. Guys?
All right, Doris. And here is Turner following the three-pointer by Tony Parker. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Aldridge. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. He kicks to Parker. Manu Ginobili on the wing. Clock at 6. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They got worked over on the board. That's about as plain as I can put it. You can't leave your teammates on an island down there. You need everybody going to the glass.
Here's Aldridge following the score by Avery Bradley. Screen by Duncan. Leonard against Turner. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Baseline J on the way. The second chance. Effort, and there's the nice layup by Leonard.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Parker with the steal. He feeds it to Leonard. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line.
Shooting one.
Spurs leading by 14 on the court for San Antonio. They've got Duncan. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's Hill in at the shooting guard. Now here's Freak after the miss from Tim Duncan. And stolen by Aldridge. Parker outside. The three from Leonard. And Boston with the rebound. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. And that's the first of 6 played on the road. And out of bounds as the Spurs. Gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
San Antonio's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Turner up top. Nice ball movement by Boston. Sullinger with the buckets.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to Cleveland.
Yeah, the inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for 4 3-point strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free, and they've done exactly that, made them pay.
The Spurs making a switch here. West is checked in. Now here's Smart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Boston. Jay Crowder comes in for Amir Johnson. Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Green comes in for Hill. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And a look at how the Celtics performed over the last month here, Kevin. First in fewest turnovers per game. First in opponent offense. And they're ranked 3rd in field goal shooting. This team has a lot of weapons, and guys are not afraid to share the ball to get good shots.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Fires from deep. And it's Freak missing. Spurs leading by 17. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He dropped in 17 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine. No doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Here's Crowder after David West's bucket. Freak passes to Crowder. The dish to Smart. Now the feed to Freak. 4 on the shot clock. Boston, no good that time either. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Parker kicks it to West. He dishes it to Green. Passes to Anderson. The 15-footer. And Boston with the rebound. Olynyk's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Celtics trail by 19. To the middle. And Freak gets it to go on the assist from Crowder. Freak's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They've done well at taking it. Advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Boston shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across.
My fault.
So as we can...
Tony...
Okay, pay attention so we can cover some stuff. We're capable of much better basketball than we played in the first half. I want to see more offense on the low block, more points inside. Let's get good position in the paint and make sharp entry passes. Those points will come if we do that. We also let them shoot 1 wide open shot out.
Here we go, Boston. Welcome back, everybody. 3rd quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
What a game for Tony Parker. 10 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Amir Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Freak in at the 1 spot. Here's Parker. It's stolen by Johnson. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. That's good. Turner's got his second basket of the game.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Leonard kicks to Duncan. Back to Leonard. Aldridge with a screen on Turner. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. It's stolen by Bradley. The pass to Freak. Down low. And stolen by Aldridge. Parker with it. Now defended by Freak. Parker outside. Duncan right side. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Parker misses from close range.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Johnson the screen.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Bradley against Ginobili. Johnson sets the screen for Turner. Shot clock at 6. Johnson can't hit. San Antonio leading by 15. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
And Turner kicks to Bradley. Johnson outside. It's Bradley on the wing. Leonard with the steal. Feeds to Ginobili. Shot left block. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Indiana Pacers. And it's been disappointing lately for the Pacers. They managed to take Game 1 of the season series against this team, looking to seal their series advantage with a win tonight. One of the fun players to watch tonight, Isaiah Thomas. He was the last player selected from his draft class of 2011. But, Shaq, I bet GMs want to redo on that one, man. He can just dominate games offensively.
You know, he's not really tall. He's 6'something", not above 6'4", but this guy's fearless. You know, his speed and quickness of the release of the shot, he can get a shot anytime. And what I really like about him, he's gritty. He'll fight you.
Always a majestic view of the War Memorial here in downtown Indianapolis. It's an All-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Celtics come into town for this one. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Well, certainly some confidence for Indiana with the win in their last matchup against the Boston Celtics.
And offensively, everything they did seemed to just come together. Together beautifully. They threw a lot of things at the wall, and most of it stuck.
Yeah, it did stick in high-quality fashion, too. I mean, a multifaceted approach like that takes a really sophisticated, locked-in defense to stop it. That certainly wasn't the case that day.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston, Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Freak in at the point guard.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Johnson right side. And he gets it to go. Go. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Mills kicks to Ellis. Here's Nicholson. And Boston with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, and that was a night where they just didn't seem to be the type of team that we've grown accustomed to seeing. I mean, it was more about them being individuals on the floor than the collective unit.
Guys, I think it was simply a vacuum of leadership. Nobody really gathered the team and tried to rally them or pull them together. You know, that was most disappointing about the loss to me.
Now here's Mills. Defense right on him. And that one's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And here's Freak taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Johnson right side. On the wing, Turner. Tries from 10, and that one's good. Freak.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Sullinger inside, covered by Mills. Misses the layup.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Turner. Mills with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Back to Ellis. Beyond the arc. And once again off the mark by Indiana. For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Clippers.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continued to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
Here's Sullinger following the score by Indiana. Wasted no time on that one. Sullinger's got his first points in this one. Indiana leading. Mills with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. The shot is off. Bradley with some nice D. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Over in the corner, Turner. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Good on the shot. And it's 7 points here for George.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And Turner kicks to Bradley. Sullinger a screen on Ellis. Bradley passes to Sullinger. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming to the court are your teammates.
Several teams changing it up here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics, Freak in at shooting guard. Evan Turner is out there with Johnson. Then it's Isaiah Thomas, and it's Sullinger in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
George having a fantastic game. He has 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Now here's Freak. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Mills in the corner. Wide open look. And that one's good. Mills has got his second bucket of the night.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
Thomas dishes to Johnson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. That is good.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Outside Thomas, outside Turner. Tries a three. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Fires from the line. Here's Nicholson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Jared Sullinger.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Picked him clean. Here's Mills. Misses from short range.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And Thomas, here we go. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Passes it to Nicholson. And here's Mills for 3. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And a wide open look for Freak. The long distance 3 is buried. Freak's got 5.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Excellent D there by Johnson.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Indiana leading by 3. Barry passes to George. Mills in the corner. There's the 3. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Freak. It's good. This game is all even. Freak's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Celtics.
They're going back to the 3-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Here's Barry. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
It's a tie game in Indiana. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Here with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, you've got to be pleased with that first half. The ball was moving. Your guys were sharing. Things were going well for you. What about it pleased you?
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing this way. We got to continue it for 4 quarters.
Thank you, Frank.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Mills out there with Ellis. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Andrew Nicholson. And it's Turner in at center. That's the Pacers 5. Now here's Turner. And he uses the glass on the layup. Turner's got his third basket of the night right there.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
And Mills kicks to Turner. Outside, George. George double teamed. Nicholson dishes to Ellis. 5 on the clock. That one off the back iron and out. Boston trailing. Johnson, the pass to Turner. Feeds to Bradley. Johnson kicks to Turner. Celtics passing it around. Here's Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Nicholson. And it's C.J. Miles in for Paul George. And then for Boston, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Sullinger. Jay Crowder comes in for Amir Johnson. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Turner. Time now for an injury report.
He told me that it doesn't look too serious. We're into the heart of the season now, and that's the last thing this team wanted to hear. That's going to make their winter just a little bit longer, guys.
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
Kicks to Olynyk, pass to Smart. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first free throw of the game.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Boy, that's it.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. On the court for the Celtics, Freak, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Avery Bradley. Crowder out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Buchanan in at the 4 spot. Ellis with it. Out defended by Freak. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 10 on the bucket from Ellis.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Freak passes to Buchanan. 11 feet away. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Celtics lead by 12. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. Hill dishes to Turner. Pick up by Hill. 6 to shoot. Here's Mills. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Freak.
So far in the game for Mills, he has 11 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
Celtics leading by 11. To the paint. Here's Olynyk. Takes it off the glass.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Up top, Mills. Shoots from 12. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
It's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
No problems knocking that one down. 8 points for Avery Bradley.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Freak kicks to Bradley. Freak passes to Crowder. There's a good screen. Here's Freak. Connects from three-point range.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And the Pacers can't get it to go.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Bradley. Crowder dishes to Olynyk. Here's Freak. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pacers trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Pick up by Hill. Here's Ellis. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
And Indiana making a change here. Nicholson's checked in.
Spacing.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's tipped. Ellis on top. Sullinger defending. Good.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Here's Freak, and Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Here's Freak. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. And that's 15 points for Freak.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Celtics.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
Most definitely. I mean, going down 2-0 would have made their third and final meeting of the season really difficult to win, but now they'll go into it with confidence and really liking their chances.
You know, it always takes someone stepping up, and that happened here as well with some great numbers for Freak. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And he makes the first.
Take a look at what Ellis has done so far. He has 8 points, and he's put one three-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Rozier, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Ellis outside. There's a screen. Outside for Miles. He feeds it to Nicholson. There's the pass to Barry. He dishes it to Nicholson. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. Let's get your opinion, Kenny.
You got to love the contribution from deep. He hit 4 threes. I think that his threat on the perimeter also contributed in terms of their ball movement, using the options and going inside.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Season's greetings. Happy holidays. Welcome, thank you for joining us. It's a very special Christmas edition. Ernie Johnson of 2K Sports here with the always jolly Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith,
Merry
who's
Christmas
also
to you, man.
Relatively jolly. Yeah, and
do you have my gift?
Maybe I do have. Did I get the gift that you sent me, or do I have a gift for you?
Either or.
No, neither.
Well, I'll get you 2 of those.
We have a song for you, Ernie.
What's that?
Hit the beat, Kenny. Ho, ho, ho. Open up your door. It's Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show. That's it.
And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Los Angeles Clippers.
It's the Clippers in the City of Angels for a little interconference action here at the Staples Center. Celtics swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. Jeff Green still injured. They're counting the days until he returns.
And I don't think anybody expected them to be playing this well in his absence, guys. Somehow, they haven't really seemed to miss him at all. I was sure there'd be some kind of drop-off.
Well, you know, we knew they had depth, but you're right. Surprising how well they weathered that loss. Nevertheless, though, I'm sure they're eagerly looking forward to him getting back into the lineup.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Jared Sullinger is out there with Johnson. And it's Freak in at the point. Now here's Paul. Picked by Griffin. And it's Paul penetrating. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Sullinger outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. Left side, Turner. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Paul kicks to Griffin. They double team Griffin. Paul with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Jordan the pass to Paul. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of it.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Here's Freak. The Clippers getting the bucket. And it's Bradley off the drive. No one near Turner as he lets it go. A three-pointer off the mark. The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to Oklahoma City.
And a lot of people thought they were the favorites going into that one, but ended up being a much tougher game than most anticipated, and they just fell short.
Well, to me it looked like, Greg, they were pretty evenly matched. And you look at how the game ended, I would say I'm not alone in that sentiment. Those are 2 pretty evenly matched teams. That is a fantastic job to stay with the play and never give up. Great effort. Excellent effort.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Paul kicks to Redick. Pass to Crawford. Jordan the screen. Here's Paul. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, a little touch of class there at the end of the play as he was able to convert on the finger roll. You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Paul. 23 points for him the last game against Oklahoma City.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation.
Left side, Bradley. Sullinger outside. Johnson with a screen on Crawford. Bradley, no one around him. His three-pointers off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Paul with the ball, picked up by Turner. Paul kicks to Redick. Takes a 3. Evan Turner pulls it in.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. And Boston with the rebound. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots. Timeout.
So, for the Clippers, let's check in for Jordan. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. On the floor for Boston. Freak is in at the point. Amir Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then there's Smart, and it's Buchanan in at the 3 slot. Griffin's shot is off. Boston leading by 13. Smart dishes to Freak. Johnson the screen. Here's Freak. And the rejection by Smith. Crawford passes to Paul. Smith kicks to Crawford. Down low. Here's Griffin. And easy 2 points on the layup. Griffin's got 8.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers, boy, he was tremendous. He dropped in 15 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. The cherry on top for him, in addition to his outing, was ending the losing streak his team had been suffering through. We all know how big those moments can be for a team, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
And Boston has possession following the basket by Chris Paul. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Sullinger. Excellent defense there from Smith.
Man, that is a missed opportunity. Right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Griffin with it. Sullinger picks him up. Griffin can't get it to go in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And a wide open look for Freak. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Smart dishes to Freak. The pass to Buchanan. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Paul. 2 on the clock. And we finished one half of basketball. Celtics out in front, leading by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we get into the second half, what do you expect?
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
They got a great quarter out of Paul. He has 12 points and 3 assists. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there.
Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Crawford at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Now here's Paul. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
Clippers trail by 7. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Bradley. Griffin against Sullinger. Nice fadeaway to get over the top. And that's 12 points for Blake Griffin.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
Turner against Crawford. Turner passes to Johnson. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Ball outside. Picked by Griffin. Ball kicks to Griffin. Pass to Redick. Clock at 6. And the 3 off target. Celtics leading by 5. Bradley dishes to Johnson. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind block it.
A different look for the Clippers. Scotty's checked in for Griffin. Donald Sloan comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Ennis in for Chris Paul. The Celtics also changing it up. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Sullinger. Jay Crowder comes in for Amir Johnson. And Thomas subbed in for Freak. Now here's Ennis. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. They set the pick. Scott the pass to Crawford. Fires high post. Rebound by Olynyk.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Thomas, that's good. Here's Ennis. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside, Scott. Three-pointer. Good.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
He's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Ennis. Then for the Celtics, Johnson comes in for Crowder. And Freak subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. On the court right now for the Celtics, Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Johnson. And it's Freak in at the 1 spot. Now here's Turner. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
LA's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And the wide open shot from Paul. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
And here is Paul following the three-pointer by Freak. And it's Paul penetrating. It's deflected. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. And that one's good. And now it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
The dish to Griffin. It's Scott on the wing. And that one comes up a bit short. Boston's gotten off to a great start from 3-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. It's going to be Bradley shooting. Chris Paul picks up that one. J.J. Redick's checked in for Donald Sloan. The Clippers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Paul with the ball. Out defended by Freak. The feed to Griffin. To end the run. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Griffin just having a terrific game. He has 14 points and he's made some good decisions with the basketball. Too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them He should repeat that every game.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Boston leading by 4. Paul with the steal. Feeds to Crawford. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 9 points for Crawford.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basketball.
Now here's Turner. Dishes to Olynyk. The 19-foot shot, and good. You got the English that time as it falls.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Turner off the pick, and it's Johnson with the jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high-percentage looks.
Thanks, Doris. Outside Turner. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Celtics lead by 4.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Man, I tell you, partner, this has been some fun basketball, and they don't look like they're slowing down at all. You better strap your seatbelt on here.
.139 left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Paul, no good.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside Griffin. He feeds it to Jordan. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one. Freak kicks to Turner. Johnson with a screen on Crawford. And it's Turner off the drive. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Turner's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks that the coach drew up.
And Sullinger gets to Turner. Nice ball movement by Boston. Bradley dishes to Sullinger. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan.
That's his second first.
There's 42 seconds left in the game. Tries from 16. No good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. A lot is on the line here.
How about the intensity and focus of the crowd here?
So loud in this place.
And what a tremendous game for Crawford. 9 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved. And that was huge right there, just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Sullinger right side.
Good. Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Crawford passes to Jordan. Here's Paul. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Well, Paul's got him dropping right now for sure.
So it's Boston now. And Turner kicks to Freak. On the wing, Johnson. And here is Turner. Here's Freak. Got it!
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan player of the game?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Trailblazers in Portland. Checking out the Trailblazers. 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Here in Portland, we have an interconference matchup with the Blazers looking to create some cheers for this home crowd. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Freak in at shooting guard. Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Thomas in at the 1.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
And Clark, that's what you like to duplicate time and time again for the rest of the game.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Here's Lillard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Golden State. The rebound by Johnson. And And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, Terry Stotts had a few moments to share with me. He's been chewing over the best plan of attack against this defense with all that shot blocking inside. He said the big thing is we can't play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. Kevin, we'll see if they can turn the tables this time around and even the season series. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. Taking on a defense like the one they're facing today has certainly got their attention.
You know, you have to watch film on them for a few minutes to see how sturdy they are defensively.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no surprise they spent the bulk of their preparations getting their offensive game plan in place and ready to roll.
And here's Aminu following the three-pointer by Freak.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Sullinger kicks to Turner. The pass to Freak. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And the basket by McCollum.
That's a quick bucket. They're solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
It's Sullinger with the drive. That's good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's McCollum. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man. Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And it's Freak missing. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. They now take the lead. 6 points for C.J. McCollum. Boston trailing. Thomas passes to Johnson. Left side, Turner. Thomas against Lillard. Freak sets a screen for Thomas. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to make sure.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. On the court for the Celtics. Freak in a 2-guard. Evan Turner is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Sullinger in at the 5 down low. Now here's Thomas. 9 points last game out. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. We'll take a look at the Cavaliers. They're looking extremely sharp right now. Poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Boston Celtics, 6 games out.
And when you look at Boston, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
And Portland making a change here. Aminu's checked in. And Lillard gets double-teamed. But 3 from McCollum can't hit. And it's Boston the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And, Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And, guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group. You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Now here's Plumlee. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Here's Thomas. To the inside. It's tipped. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers was simply superb. He finished with 13 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Now here's McCollum after the miss from Evan Turner. Turner with the steal. Thomas against Lillard. Pass to Freak. Fires the three. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it to Craig. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard misses.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
On the wing, Turner. There's the pick. Dishes to Freak. The three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT. No matter how hard you played, you want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Trailblazers lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now. One can pull out away here in the third. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game.
Woo! And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that you know, just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Freak, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. For Boston, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And he makes both free throws. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Aminu dishes to Lillard. Here's McCollum, and it's good assist. On the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Thomas kicks to Johnson. Now Freak. He has 7. Off target with his 3.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Thomas kicks to Freak. Rebounded by McCollum.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
He feeds it to Arthur. Aminu, the pass to Plumlee. There's the dish to Aminu. And it's McCollum in the corner. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Turner kicks to Freak. Poked away. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And checked in for C.J. McCollum. Celtics. Portland with a change here, too. McCollum's checked in for Crabbe. Boston also with the sub. Freak's checked in on the floor for Boston. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Johnson is out there with Turner. Then it's Jared Sullinger. And it's Thomas in at the point guard position.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Feeds it to Freak. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Trailblazers leading by 10. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
Celtics ball.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Portland.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And he gets it to go.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
And there's the feed to Turner. Nice ball movement by Boston. Boston again missing.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Celtics trail by 14. Here's Freak. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And Portland with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Aminu with a screen for Lillard. 5 to shoot. Plumlee attacking. And he gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Lillard, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Lillard has been playing really well. He has 18 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
A free throw good from Lillard.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Celtics trail by 16. Here's Freak. The 3-pointer no good.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Kicks it out to Lillard. They set the pick, and it's McCollum in the corner. Inside, second shot opportunity. Lillard misses.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Pass to Freak, takes the three, and it's Portland with the rebound. Aminu's got his fourth rebound in this one. Pass to McCollum. He kicks it to Aminu. Arthur dishes to Lillard. And he slams it down right on top of Jared Sullinger.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it.